Hello everyone, my name is Dennis. I'm one of the admins for Janet Central. I'm sure that you've noticed that now there's quite a few of us. And this is actually the first time that I've actually done a video message for any of the events that I have done in the several groups that I've actually been involved in on Facebook. It's a little bit strange for me. I've never done one, as I've just said, but I've really felt the need for this one because of the many questions that have been thrown at me, including up to today. I think I had about 4 different questions in respect to how are people going to have to do what for which one, because the event has actually been split into 3 different sections. The original one was the Send Janet a Message for Her Birthday event, which comes out of Janet Central, the group. The second one is the Twitter trending, which will be the message that everybody will be sending to Janet's Twitter account, which is just the Happy Birthday Janet. And the third one is the Martone Williams and Iron Mix competition. Please excuse me if I'm actually not always looking at the camera, but I've actually made a list so that I just don't forget anything and I answer as much as possible. I'm trying to cover all this in one hit, so I'll try to be as quick as I can be. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you to the people who donate, because it's the many people that have donated from around the world that give us the opportunity to be able to do these competitions. And the first person that I would like to thank is Adrian, which is the creator of Janet Journey. Mike Litherland, which created Induct Janet Jackson into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And also Rich Esteban, which has donated to us several times. So thank you to you guys and the many others who have actually donated at different times, because it's what you guys give us the opportunity to be able to set these competitions and do what we do. Okay, straight into the instructions for the entries. The first one that I'll explain is the Send Janet a Message for Her Birthday, the original event, which will be that comes out of the Janet Central group. Basically, it's a message for Janet and a gift. The message should be no more than 100 words, and the gift is the self-creation, because everybody does something different. The examples that I had put were either the paintings, drawings, the photoshops. Some people can sing or rap, others dance. There are people that like doing DJing and they're into doing remixes. So basically that's what it is. It's what comes out of you naturally. In respect to videos, you have the alternative. If you don't necessarily want to do post out a message, you can do a video recording like this one, but just make sure that if you do that it is no more than 1 minute and 30 seconds, please, because there's going to be so many that all the admins are the ones that are going to be judging this. So in respect to who's going to be getting the first prize, really. So so far I think we're on an estimated 250 people, and it's pretty crazy. I think that this is probably the biggest one that I've been involved in. So we're the ones that are going to suffer through this, believe me. An example in respect to video posts, because a lot of people take things really seriously and they get embarrassed because they think that it has to be really professional, and it does not have to be. You can be really entertaining in a silly way. An example for such a video would be a year ago. Linda and Petra, the girls from LA, they did their own cover of Whoops Now, which I actually baptized it Whoops Now, the Chicano version, I think it was, something like that, because it was really hilarious and they were actually really creative. They did something really different and it came out really silly, but it was really cool. So yes, don't think that you have to make something really professional and this and that, because this is just something that it's done for fun. There's nothing to it. and alternatives that people can have, because some people work, some people study, some people are parents, and people don't necessarily have the time to come up with something. If you don't have the time to come up with something, you can simply just pick out your favorite Janet pic, send your message, the one that should be no more than 100 words, and just attach your favorite Janet pic to it. We're not expecting for everybody to come up with something, because not everybody has the time to be able to do that. Or another thing that you can do, for instance, is if you have actually been to a Janet show, just attach, for instance, a photo that you have taken of Janet at the show, your favorite picture of Janet that you took at the show. The most creative post that comes out of the main event, which is this one, will be able to pick up from two prizes, which would the prizes for the main event are the Up Close and Personal, the tour book, or the Control the Remixes, the UK edition. So just to clear it, the winner will be able to pick out one of those two prizes. You will not be able to keep the two of them, I'm sorry. Because I've even had people questioning that. Within the time frame of the 16th of May, in which a lot of people also don't get that it's not a 24-hour thing. The event itself will take more than 36 hours, because when the 16th finishes, for instance, here in Sydney, in the United States they're only halfway through the day, so it's like 36 hours plus in which everybody will be able to make their post on the 16th of May. There is no time zone, there is no hour that people will have to make the post. You have more than 36 hours. Whenever you have time on the 16th of May, you just make your post. So there is nothing to worry about that. This is not a race, basically. During the rotation of the Earth on the 16th of May, another 5 competitions will take place, which is the Janet Memorabilia. The first one is for the Control, the vinyl, which has the video mix for it, the Runaway CD single, the Every Time CD single, Someone to Call My Lover CD single, and also an Up Close and Personal tour book. Those are the 5 main competitions that will take place while everybody is making the post on the 16th of May. And it is most likely that a few other standard competitions for Janet cards will be added to that. How and who will be executing the competitions, we haven't actually discussed that yet. That's something that as soon as that I have time, within the next couple of days, the admins will actually be speaking about that. In respect to the Twitter trending, the second thing that's going on, it's basically a direct message that the fans will be sending out to Janet's real Twitter account, which is just Happy Birthday Janet. Personally, with the Janet Centrals, it's only been in the last few days that I've actually hopped into that account, because I'm generally on the Facebook ones. If anybody has any questions, just get in touch with one of the other admins, whether Joanna, Don, Tahira, or Nikki. There's the 2 new ones as well, Stacy and Pam. So the reason why I say that is because I don't really do the Twitter much. I've just begun to, and I'll go a little bit harder on the Twitter, but not until this event finishes, because I don't think a lot of people realize how much work it actually takes to be able to set this up and actually be able to do it well. The third competition that will take place is the Martone Williams and the IR Mix competition. Basically what will be happening is that he is inviting Janet fans from around the world, not just from the United States, to go on his show and actually send Janet a message. Not just that, they'll be able to pick out their favorite Janet track, and the only thing that he wanted me to let everybody know is that the tracks selected by the fans, that they be dance tracks, that they not be Janet's ballads. That's pretty much the only thing. The competition for that will go out, I'm assuming, within the next couple of days at most, simply because he needs to ring up the fans and this will be done between the 8th and the 12th of May so that he can have the entire show completed to be able to present it on the 16th. And the competition for that, it's basically just 2 questions. I've noticed that already there's been a few people that have been already sending the answers in different places, so I'm trying to help him out so that it can be done in the one post, so that he doesn't have to go roaming around looking for all the different things that have been answered. But it's basically, you have to answer when it is that you became a Janet fan and what is it about Janet that you like so much. So it's pretty straightforward, it's very simple. And of course, for that we will be making posts. I'm sure that he will be making posts on the event page that he just did not too long ago, and we will be sending out posts on the Janet Central group, and I'm sure that as well on the Janet Central profile. That's pretty much the 3 different events. So I hope that I've covered everything and I don't get questioned anymore because I'm definitely not going to be doing another video message. What I wanted to say in respect to all this is that to keep in mind that obviously this is an opportunity for all the Janet fans to be able to send out their message and state what they want to state to Janet, but to really keep in mind that this is actually something. This is about Janet, ultimately. This is not about the fans. So the only thing that I think that probably everybody from Janet Central would want to say would be that this event will be as big as you, the individual, will make it. So throw precisely what it is that you would like to say to her and whatever your gift is, because as I said, this will be as big as you will make it. And what I was involved in a year ago was just, I was actually really surprised at how crazy it went and how successful it went, really. I was on I think on Facebook there were moments that my personal account was on up to 25 notifications per 10 seconds. It was just really crazy, and that is the main reason why there is no time zone on this one, because otherwise if everybody in New York, for instance, does their post at midnight, it's hell. it is. But anyway, so as I stated, this will be as big as it is depending on what you guys do, so bring it, basically. And just to say thank you to everyone for participating in the group, because as I said, this Janet Central is not even 6 months old, and it's pretty crazy how it has pretty much doubled in how many people are in the group. And now, as you know, there's the many different Janet Centrals, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say, so that is basically the message. I hope that I have answered the questions that you guys have been throwing, and yeah, you'll see posts coming out of us between now and then, but we really hope that you guys make it fun, and keep in mind that this is for Janet. And so you know, once the entire event on the 16th finishes, nothing will be deleted. Everything will be left on the event page itself, because it is the entire thing by everyone, which will ultimately be the gift for Janet. So have a nice day, night, everyone, depending on what part of the world you're at. I am out. Thank you for your time.